car, we've got a good team, we're all feeling pretty confident, so we're going to give it the best shot we've got.
It's a weekend, we'll come and try and win the event. If it happens, you know what I mean? So, been there before, won it before. I know on Monday the checks don't come rolling through the door, so whoever wins, you know, so.
Hello and welcome to 400 Thunder. On today's show, we will conclude one of the most exciting championships in living memory in Top Fuel. Will it be the rookie Kelly Betts or will it be the experienced Damien Harris? We'll find out very shortly, but let's have a look at the points coming into the 51st running of the Gulf Western Oil Winternationals. Kelly Betts currently leads the way on 463 points. Damien Harris, the former champ, in second on 430. Peter Giberis, the injured racer from the last round of the championship in Sydney, is not here this weekend. He sits in third, with Ashley Sanford, the American, in fourth, and Wayne Newby, the reigning champion, in 5. So without further ado, let's get into it. The kings of the sport, Top Fuel, here at the 51st running of the Gulf Western Oil Winternationals.
Willowbank Raceway at Ipswich in Queensland. It's the Gulf Western Oil 51st Winternationals, the most prestigious drag racing event in Australia, and featuring right now the most prestigious cars in the sport, the Top Fuel dragsters. Mark Allen, the championship is absolutely on the line.
Yeah, Kelly Betts comes into this event with a narrow lead in the Top Fuel Championship. Gerald McDorn has caught up with her in the pits.
Kelly, it's fair to say this is a day that you've been looking forward to all your life.
Yeah, there's no doubt we're all a bit nervous here, but look, it's going to be tough and it's exciting because the two cars that are in contention are running really well. So let's just see what happens. We're both going to be doing our best for it. So
you've been in this position before in junior drags as a modified eliminator. Do you approach today any differently?
No, pretty much the same way. I mean, at the end of the day, no matter what category you're in, you just want to win. So we're just going for win lights and you just adapt everything you know to this situation, and that's all we want to do. We just want to win.
Well, Kelly Betts is in the absolute battle of her drag racing life, up against Damien Harris, former champion in Top Fuel. We're just about to head into round 3, the final qualifying session for these cars. But we've already seen some huge performances in the first 2 sessions, and it's a case of everybody seems to be throwing so much at the racetrack. Got underway a little bit earlier. Let's have a look at those highlights. We began with the first session, first cars down the track, Rochelle Splatt and Anthony Begley. Begley driving the chemical warfare car, and of course Rochelle Splatt for Gulf Western Oil.
Yeah, these two drags has got on track nice and early here. It's the first pass of the session for the Top Fuel cars. We see Beggs, he hadn't run this season. It's his first time out for the year. Troubles in both sides of the track there. Rochelle Splatt rolls through for a 4.25 and Begley with a 5.50 second pass.
Well, Rochelle is back in amongst it at the Winternationals. That's all that she's worried about. Plenty more chances for her. Next up was the 2 of the Rapisarda Autosport International teammates in the form of Ashley Sanford and Wayne Newby. Now Sanford back across from the USA again. These two can't win the championship, but they'll both be looking to play blocker if they can help their teammate, Damien Harris, close that slender lead that Kelly Betts has got. On this run, it was all Ashley Sanford.
Yeah, Sanford with a good pass, 3.96 in Q1. That put her early in the top qualifying spot early anyway in qualifying session number 1 for the team, and looking good for qualifying session number 2. Next pairing up though, it was the matchup in qualifying session number 1. Kelly Betts for the Fuchs and Lamattina team taking on Damien Harris.
Well, both teams loaded for bear, there's no question about that. Kelly Betts driving for Fuchs, and of course the Lamattina family, the Carrot Kings. And she showed that she's going to mean business straight up. The quickest 1,000-foot pass we've ever seen in Australian drag racing, 3.80. Eclipsed the 383 she did back in Sydney in January. And obviously a very happy Kelly getting her qualifying underway for the Gulf Western Oil Winternationals.
It was good to see the team early in that number 1 spot. Gives a lot of confidence going to day 2 of qualifying, as we see here now, qualifying session number 2. The first team out, Wayne Newby, Ashley Sanford again. We saw Sanford run that 396. We've seen Kelly run that 380. These two teams were looking to improve on those times as well.
Yeah, well, Harris was very disappointed with his 4:02 in the first session, so with Kelly Betts leading the way, Ashley Sanford looking good. But then she's got a problem, and it's Newby that starts to step up, lays down a good strong 387, 496 kilometres an hour. But Sanford, plenty of trouble with that RAI car.
Yeah, luckily they have that another session of qualifying in top fuel, but Newby dips into that 380 zone as well. They'd been struggling this season, so it was a good pass for the team at this point.
Unfortunately, they had backfired the supercharger off the car though, so had plenty of work to get ready for the third session coming up. But all eyes were still on the championship combatants, Damien Harris and Kelly Betts. Could Betts back up that 380? What was Harris going to do? Well, Kelly got loose, and Damien Harris showed that it's far from over with a fantastic 381, 521 kilometres an hour. Have a look on the replay here as Betts got very loose. You saw the back of the car starting to move around. She clicked it early, but that run by Harris showed it was on.
Yeah, big speed from Harris. Last pass out for that qualifying session number 2. Anthony Begley didn't get down the track. They popped the blower as well. They rolled through for a 5.5 second pass, and that finishes off qualifying session 2 in top fuel.
That has us set now for this third and final qualifying session. Kelly Betts is our number 1 qualifier at the moment by 100th of a second. It is going to come down to, well, just thousandths of a second, I believe. First up, we're going to see Damien Harris up against Rochelle Splatt. Can Harris take the number 1 qualifying spot away from Betts and the Lamattina team?
The time to beat at the moment is 3.808 seconds, currently held by Kelly Betts. Damien Harris for the Rapisarda Autosport International team looking to eclipse that here in qualifying session number 3. Rochelle Splatt for Gulf Western Oil about to come forward in her top fuel dragster.
Yeah, she's got a 425 on the board. She'll be hoping to step well into the 3-second zone with the Gulf Western Oil's top fuel car.
Yeah, she'd run a string of 3.9 second passes at the last round of the Top Fuel Championship in Sydney, so this team do have a bit of form on board.
Massive crowd is packed into Willowbank Raceway for qualifying day here at the Gulf Western Oil 51st Winternationals. And these teams are not risking any little bit of loose rubber or gravel or anything on those tyres. They're making sure that after the burnout they've got them as clean as possible, maximising everything. They don't want to lose a thousandth of a second here, Mark.
Not at all, and when you're talking those bonus points in qualifying, everything counts, especially when you're talking about this championship with Kelly Betts, that narrow lead over Harris.
There's Glenn Micris, Rochelle Splatt's American crew chief. Just a final adjustment on the side of the car. Then he'll signal his driver in. Damien Harris. Talking to him earlier in the pits, he is on a knife's edge. He's just as taut as a tightrope. The nerves, the pressure. Can he get the number 1? Nice lead. Look at that car, it is flying. It's there, the fastest. 378, 524 kilometres an hour. Look at the huddle, Mark.
What about that? Damien Harris goes to number 1 here in the final qualifying session, and massive, massive speed. That is the quickest pass we've seen in Australian Top Fuel drag racing history at the moment, over the 1,000 foot. We can see the crew on the start line. Rusty, what have they got to say?
Guys, down here with Santa Rapisarda Junior, mate. You waved me off before. You didn't want to talk to me when it went in 81, but you'll talk to me now. 378, quickest run in Australian history. And have a look at the speed, 325 miles per hour.
What an amazing job my team do on this race car. Amazing job my driver does. Amazing job Wayne Newby does at making sure all our stuff is ready to go for all 3 cars. Oh, what a job. What a job. I'm stoked.
That is emotion right there from Junior, mate. Congratulations. Go enjoy it. Go get your driver. Speaking of which, I'm going to throw down to Gerald, who's going to be with a very, very happy Damien Harris very shortly.
Damien Harris has just climbed out of the car. The helmet's about to come off. It's a bit of a job. We're just going to build the excitement for Damien. A great run, Damien Harris, for Rapisarda Autosport International. Congratulations, the quickest run in 1,000 foot history of 378.
Oh, well, there you go. That's not bad. So come and get that, everyone. Yeah, that was good. It was really moving around down top end, but I wasn't lifting. So shoots work, so life was good.
325 mile an hour as well.
Yeah, right. That's good. Make tomorrow interesting. Thank you.
Well, tomorrow is going to be very interesting, but today's not over yet. We've still got Kelly Betts and Wayne Newby to run in qualifying. But what about this run of Damien Harris's? We just heard that, 325 miles an hour. That's 524, and the car was loose, Mark.
Was loose in 3.78 seconds. That's the quickest pass we've seen here in Australian Top Fuel drag racing, over the 400 thunder here. Man, Damien Harris, that's a laying down a number here in qualifying. This team is serious. They mean business. Kelly Betts, what can they do on their pass in the final qualifying session?
Well, also, of course, Wayne Newby. We saw Wayne step up in that second session with a 387 supercharger hanging off the car on that run. He knows how important it is to try and play the role of a spoiler here, to try and get his teammate Damien Harris across the line in the championship. Kelly Betts, a 380. She's got to be eyeing off a 370 of her own on this pass.
Well, they just seen Harris go down that very lane that they're in, so they know that track can hold some incredible power.
Just looking at that onboard camera from the Rapisarda Autosport International car, the massive crowd in the grandstand here and on the hill. Queenslanders love their drag racing, Mark.
Oh, that they do. No other place you want to be in winter is here at Willowbank Raceway. That's where you want to be. Kelly Betts on track for the Fuchs Lamattina team, backing up here. Have a look at this shot here on board of that car. 3.784 seconds. That is the time to beat to get that number 1 spot back.
I mean, Kelly Betts last year at the Winternationals was only just thinking about the idea of driving a top fuel car. And here she is fighting for a championship for the Lamattina team. Magnificent effort. But what about this team? Rapisarda Autosport International fielding 3 cars right across the season for Uplift Cranes, Titan Cranes, Atlantic Oils. What a talented bunch of drivers they've got. Anything can happen in Top Fuel here at the Gulf Western Oil 51st Winternationals.
This is qualifying session number 3. Kelly Betts looking to get back that number 1 spot. Wayne Newby looking to step up after that last 380 pass he had in qualifying session number 2. Both cars are in pre-stage.
The crowd are just hanging for this, waiting to see whether Betts can come back to the top. Oh, it's Wayne Newby that's come out quickest. He had the whole shot. He's driven it through, got there first. Look at that magnificent run. Top Fuel the way we like it, side by side, as a 386 beats a 388 across the line, Mark.
Yeah, look at the replay here. The blower was hanging off the side of Newby's car. Betts was off of it earlier, 446 kilometres an hour across the finish line. Rusty, Kelly will have to settle for second best.
Yeah, guys, down here with Phil Lamattina, team owner for Kelly Betts. Mate, it looks like the candles went out a little bit early down there, 388, not what you were expecting.
No, I'm not too sure. Something quit on it. Yeah, but that's not exactly what we're looking for. And I'll take the opportunity to congratulate Junior and the Rapisarda team for the 78. That was pretty cool. So.
Top Fuel is really turning it on today. That's three 3-second passes that we've seen in a row. Side by side, 86 to an 88. That is an impressive showing from these cars.
Yeah, look, Top Fuel this season has really stepped up. We say that all the time, and there's the replay there. Look, I'm not too sure. Like, it's Flames. See, Newby was out there, so look, the car just quit, I think.
Wayne Newby, apparently one of the closest side-by-side runs in Australian Top Fuel history, 386, 388. But that supercharger on your Rapisarda car is not looking to be in the right position.
It's been looking like that all weekend, so we can't be going too bad. No, it's not me to look like that, but we'll fix it. We just got to work out why it's doing it. But hats off to Damien and team for running that 78. It's very stout, and see what we can do tomorrow.
It's going to be a big day of racing, isn't it?
It's going to be an excellent day of racing. Thank you.
That'll be a huge confidence boost for the Rapisarda team, with Damien Harris going to number 1 and Wayne Newby an 017 reaction time to leave on Kelly Betts and then outrun her. This is the way the qualifying ends up. Damien Harris is number 1 with a 378. Kelly Betts is second with a 380. Wayne Newby a 386, all three ahead of the existing national record. Ashley Sanford goes into 4th, Rochelle Splatt, and then Anthony Begley. The championship battle is on, Mark. Tomorrow is going to be enormous.
Round 1, not too far away. Stay with us. I can't wait.
Welcome back to Willowbank Raceway at Ipswich in Queensland. This is the Gulf Western Oil 51st Winternationals. We are going Top Fuel Racing. First round of eliminations coming up. There's no second chances here. It's like a tennis tournament. You win, you go to the next round. You lose, your weekend is over, and maybe your championship too. There's so much going on. Gerald McDonald's down with one of the stars.
Ashley Sanford, it's fair to say you're excited about running at Australia's biggest drag race, the Winternationals.
Yes, that is an understatement. I mean, the crowds here have been amazing all weekend. It's an incredible race, and I'm here ready to go for a gold Christmas tree. We got Rochelle first round, then Damien, and then we'll see who we get in the finals, but we're up for the challenge.
You mentioned Damien Harris, your Rapisarda teammate. Do team orders come into play there? I mean, there's a lot at stake here with the Top Fuel Championship up for grabs between Damien and Kelly Betts.
You know, there are no team orders. There is a lot at stake for those two, but we're here to win the race. And so if they're going to win it, they have to beat us first. And they know that. So it's going to be really interesting to see what happens.
What would winning a gold Christmas tree mean to you?
It would be unbelievable because this is, I'm very new to the Top Fuel scene, so it would be my first ever Top Fuel event win. To get to do it with my Australian family out here, the Rapisardas, I would probably be speechless, which would be very odd for me because I usually can say a lot of things, but I don't know how I would react. Cry, scream, jump, probably all of them.
Well, one of the fan favourites here at the Gulf Western Oil Winternationals is Rochelle Splatt. Rochelle, great to be here and your sponsors event as well. What does it mean to you to be a part of something that is this big?
It's fantastic. I mean, I've been so excited for this event, and just to have the support from Gulf Western Oil and be their event, and it's the Winternationals, and it's just a massive few days, amazing crowds. We're having a ball, and we're so happy to be here.
And coming off the back of your first final since you've come back to the sport, at Sydney at the last round of the championship, you're coming into a little bit of form as well.
Yeah, we done really well in Sydney. We really found a nice spot for the car to be in. Been a little bit off the pace yesterday, but today we'll step it up and hope we'll be back in the threes. We're hoping that we can do well today and be competitive like we were in Sydney.
And it's a bit different to what we saw in Sydney. We're back to the elimination format, which is probably more what you're used to as a Top Fuel racer, because that's what it was back when you first started racing. How does that change the way you come into race day?
I feel it's a little bit more pressure because you have to perform 100% in that first round and get through that first round, obviously, to make it through the day. So the other format, you can come back and you can try things and try and do better and make it through the night to the final like we did in Sydney. So I feel like there's a little bit more pressure, but that's what we're used to.
This is how they'll line up. Rochelle Splatt's going to take on Ashley Sanford. Our number 1 and 2 qualifiers, Damien Harris and Kelly Betts, get a bye each, and Anthony Begley's got to take on Wayne Newby. Conditions here at Willowbank Raceway are absolutely ideal for drag racing. It's warm, but the air is dense with oxygen. The track is full of grip, and Gerald McDonald's going to be down there waiting for our winners.
Well, thanks, Rob. Welcome to the bottom end of Willowbank Raceway. Down here, we miss all of the action. We miss all of the noise. We're missing all of the thunder. But what we get to experience is the emotions of racing. And today, there's going to be a lot of heartbreak and disappointment for people, but also a lot of celebrations and elations. We're going to bring you all of the action. Look forward to it.
Quite often the races are so close that when the drivers get down the bottom end, they don't know who won, and they look to see who Gerald goes to. If he walks to them, they're happy. If he walks to the other car, they get miserable really fast, Mark.
That they do. Being a driver myself, I know the feeling that these drivers are going through. They will be looking for Gerald down that bottom end, and you know what? You will see all the emotions down there. That is one thing that these cameras will catch. But first round up here, big matchup. This is probably the marquee matchup of round 1. Ashley Sanford taking on Rochelle Splatt. Splatt coming off a runner-up at last round here at Top Fuel Dragster. That Gulf Western Oil car going pretty quick.
Well, she is the first woman in the world to have run 300 mile an hour in the old standard. And, one of the pioneers of drag racing for females in Top Fuel. And here's young Ashley across from California in her early 20s and chasing an American dream to get into the NHRA professional circuit over there. Well, she's doing a magic job for Rapisarda Autosport International, that's for sure. But will the experience of Rochelle Splatt and her very experienced crew chief Glenn Micros have enough to hold out Ashley right here?
Ashley Sanford had the lane choice, taking the lane closest to camera here. Both cars out. Looks like Splatt's got a cylinder out. Sanford gets the win. She goes through with a 3.83, her quickest pass here in Australia. Great pass from the team. Rochelle Splatt, she rolls through for a 4.34 at 361 kilometres an hour, but you can see the engine mixing up. Ashley Sanford goes through to the semi-finals.
Well, yeah, have a look at this on the replay, and Ashley with the jump off the lights, that's for sure. And once Rochelle's engine started to misfire up there, it was all over for her. But Ashley Sanford, you got to say, 3.83, career best.
Man, I am jumping around. 3.83, that's one of the quickest passes we've seen in Australia. That team will be very, very happy. Rusty on the start line with the crew chief.
Guys, down here with Rob Cavagnino, crew chief for Ashley Sanford, 3.83. That's a PB for this team, mate. Congratulations.
Thank you. It is. Look, we've been struggling for probably 2 meetings. We've had electrical gremlins. We thought we were on top of in Sydney, and it bit us. We came out here yesterday, and we went one run. It went 3.96, and it spun the tyre. We thought we're on our game. It comes out. It runs quick at a 3.30, and then just hydraulic an engine that we've never done. Blew the head studs right out of it, and you don't sleep. You think, what did I do? And we couldn't find any mechanical failure. So again, it was just electrical. So overnight, we just stripped everything off the car and put with the parts support that Junior and Santino have got. We've just put new electrical system and bang, 3.83. We can't be happier. And let's see what the next round is.
Well, Ashley Sanford is semi-final bound. Gerald's down at the top end of the racetrack with her now.
Semi-final bound, Ashley Sanford, and a great run too, 3.83.
That is amazing. It felt incredible. 3.83, that's what I'm talking about. The Rapisarda boys, they're amazing. We're here to get the gold Christmas tree. I know it's a big day for some people, but we want to win, so we're going to keep going for it.
That's round 1. Imagine how excited she'll be if she wins this thing.
The American, she wants our Christmas tree trophy. It's good to see that passion from Ashley Sanford.
Well, she's been runner-up in Top Fuel here in Australia. She's got the silver tree. She wants the gold one to go with it. But there's plenty of people who'll be trying to make sure that doesn't happen. And here's one of them, her own teammate, Damien Harris, our number one qualifier. The way we work with 400 Thunder is when we've got a 6-car field, instead of having 3 paired races in round 1 and then a solo bye run in the semi, which is a bit of an anticlimax of a way to get to the final, we get rid of 2 byes in the first run, and then from the semi-finals on, there's no dead rubbers. So here we've got Damien Harris running on his own. He's got the opportunity to try and lay down something here, try and back up a new national record, and most importantly for him, maintain that psychological advantage, maintain lane choice.
That's right, lane choice is huge. You know, with some of these teams, the crew chiefs, they've been watching the passes all weekend. We can see that the Rapisarda team have taken that lane to the right of screen here. Harris, he runs 378 in qualifying to get that number 1 spot. We've just seen Sanford go 383. What can they do here?
It's good. It's good. Not quite as quick as yesterday. 380 though. 519 kilometres an hour.
Mate, it backs up the record though. 3.80 seconds.
That is a new national record official backup. So the 378 becomes the record. Man, 380. This car is just so consistent at the moment. Damien Harris, look at that. 519 kilometres an hour in 300 metres of racetrack.
The Rapisarda boys have found a spot with that car. They're swinging, they're not missing.
Well, Kelly Betts has just seen 380. She now has to see whether she can top that. She ran a 380 in her first qualifying pass, but has been a little bit back behind that since. I know what she wants. She wants something with a 3.7 anything.
I think they want to get the low ET of the event. Try and get back some of those points that Harris has clawed back from her in qualifying.
Well, yeah. Look at that. Damien Harris is going to find out a 380. He's going to find out he's got a new national record, but he won't be happy. He wants more. There is 5 bonus points for the quickest time of the event, 5 bonus points for the quickest speed of the event. And at the moment, Damien Harris is holding both of those. That could be enough to get him ahead of Kelly.
Especially when you're talking for this championship battle with Kelly Betts. It is only a narrow lead at the moment. This team, though, what can they run here? It is round 1 of racing. Kelly Betts coming forward. One thing that she's got over the rest of the field, she's actually got the quickest average reaction time of all the top field drivers.
Having said that, Wayne Newby left on it in the third qualifying session last night. Let's see what Kelly Betts can come up with for Fuchs and the Lamattina family Top Fuel Racing. There's Aaron Hambridge, the crew chief on this car. The final tweaks, the signal to the driver, put it into stage and send it. Down to that top fuel engine at idle. And she is on her way. 3.802. Oh, she is quicker by 0.003 of a second than Damien Harris. This battle's going to go all the way, Mark.
Can you believe that? 1 and 2 in the points both go 3.80 seconds here in round 1 of Top Fuel Dragster. The Gulf Western Oil Winternationals. Put your hands together there. Kelly Betts straight through across the finish line. 500 plus kilometres an hour. Rusty, this championship battle is on.
I tell you what, 3.80 for Damien Harris, one half of this championship equation. 3.80 for the other half of the championship equation. Kelly Betts, mate, Phil Lamattina, your driver's doing the job, the car's doing the job. This is going to be tight.
Yeah, look, the Rapisardas are pushing us, we're pushing them, and that's just how it is. And tell you what, I don't like it, but that sickening feeling in your guts. But I tell you what, that's what it's all about. And you know, 380's a pair of for the 2 championship contenders. That's pretty good. And even Cavo in the other lane there. 380, like, it's pretty cool.
That sick feeling in your guts, that's the reason why you keep coming back and doing this. Down to Gerald at the top end of the racetrack.
Rusty there, clearly going blow for blow. Damien Harris, 380. You and Kelly Betts, this is going to be a titanic battle today.
Look, we're just working on the lanes, you mean, so we threw what we had at that lane, and that's what we came up with. So we'll go around for the next one and see what happens. So it'll be a tough battle, I'm sure.
Well, good luck to the rest.
Thank you.
Let's go back to the top end.
Thanks, Gerald. We've got the final race of round 1 coming up. Anthony Begley in the Chemical Warfare Top Fuel Dragster to take on Wayne Newby. That's a great shot from the front of the engine on Begley's car. There's Newby with his burnout. So much hangs on this race because the winner will run Kelly Betts in the next round. Gerald McDornand's down there in the braking area with her.
Kelly Betts going blow for blow.
Yeah, it seems that way. We just didn't get the 70, obviously, but hey, that's a good start, and let's go on to round 2 now. Whoever the winner is out of Newby, I think that's this race now, so we'll see who we're going to go up against.
Good luck for the rest of the day. Back to the top end.
All right, on track, Wayne Newby looking to back up his 380 passes in qualifying, trying to get around Anthony Begley. Begley's got a bit of history here at the Winternationals. Only a few years back, he got runner-up in this car at the debut event in this dragster.
Yeah, they take a much more conservative approach with their tune-up. But the other guys, they're running on the ragged edge. They are trying to set new records every time. If you overstep the mark, they go nowhere all of a sudden, and Begley can just slide right on by. So there are no gimmies in Top Fuel drag racing.
Yeah, and Begley, that team have got some experience on board as well. They obviously went over to the United States of America, raced this combination in a funny car, not in the dragster. What can they do here in round 1 up against Wayne Newby?
Well, Newby's got the performance advantage. That is clear. Begley, he has just got to try and hang in there and see what... Oh, he's gone way early. Big red light for Begley. It will be Newby, 387, 516. Another strong pass, but the supercharger's off it again. That won't make the crew too happy, Rusty.
Certainly is, mate. Down here with the Santana Rapisarda, mate, it looks like it lifted the supercharger there again. Seems to be a bit of a recurring problem this weekend.
Yeah, it sounded like he actually stabbed the throttle, but we'll go and look at it. It ran pretty good speed, so I'm happy with that. A little bit slower on the ET, but we'll work on it.
More importantly, all 3 cars through to the semi-finals for you guys. That's important in terms of this championship equation.
That's definitely a good start to the day, but I've got a big challenge ahead of me.
Yeah, big challenge there for the team. We see this replay on screen. Anthony Begley, the car launched strong. We're going to see in a second why the car lost power. The blower belt coming off in that great shot here for the 400 Thunder Top Fuel Series. Anthony Begley still went 4.30 seconds.
Yeah, but the win went to Wayne Newby. That puts him into the semi-final beside Kelly Betts. Oh, Gerald, this is fantastic.
Wayne Newby, 383, but you're making a habit of knocking the blower off the top.
Yeah, I seen his red light there, and you sort of like think to yourself, do you run it all the way? But we've got to try and help Damien out, so we've got to take on Kelly. So we had to work on our tune-up, so that's why I decided to drive it all the way through. But we can fix it. We've got enough parts there, and that makes all the Rapisarda cars go in the next round, so it's great.
There's a big championship fight going on here.
Oh, Gerald, that's an understatement. There's a huge battle coming up in the semi-finals. Man, oh man, we are going to see an incredible deal. Damien Harris takes on Ashley Sanford, his teammate. Hey, she wants to win. There's no team orders there. Kelly Betts and Wayne Newby. Now, Kelly wins that race. She's won the championship no matter what happens. She loses that race, then Damien Harris has to go all the way and win.
The maths are simple there for Kelly Betts. Get the win, gets the championship. She loses. Damien Harris has a chance to take it away from that team. We will find out very, very soon. Don't go away.
Welcome back to Willowbank Raceway. We're at semi-final time in Top Fuel at the Gulf Western Oil 51st Winternationals. The grand finals for all drag racing, but nothing's more intriguing than this battle in Top Fuel. The scenarios are pretty simple. Damien Harris loses here, he loses the championship. Kelly Betts wins here, she wins the championship. But if she loses, she can still hang on because Damien Harris has to go all the way to the final and grab the winner's trophy. So, pressure is on Damien Harris. He's first out. Led the championship until the second last event of the year. Man, that has to be pressure, Mark.
The entire season boils down to this race. Right now, on the start line, Damien Harris. This is it for the team. This is what matters. They need to get the win here. The equation is simple.
And what he'll be worried about is that Ashley Sanford has struck form. You know, his teammate, 383 in the first round, 0.03 of a second slower than his own time, and we know that she's pretty quick on the lights.
That's it. She can make up that 300 straight away on the reaction time. They could have learned from that first round race, and they might have found points. Oh, we can pick up a little bit of ET here on track, you know. So he can't take this race lightly. 383 from Sanford that first round of racing. Harris went 3.80. Championship on the line.
This comes down to two Rapisarda Autosport International team cars where there are no team orders. Never have been for the Rapisarda team. Santo Rapisarda, the owner, won't put up with it. He says, we're here to race. And all of the crew members just love it. The drivers love it. The brothers, the crew chiefs, they're all in it.
That's it. If you want the championship, you need to be the best on the day.
Well, Damien Harris under pressure from Ashley Sanford from the USA. She gets out. Oh, look at Harris, though. He's got there. Runs another brilliant 378, 525 kilometres an hour. Ashley Sanford not disgraced with a 389.
Have a look at this replay. 3.78 seconds from Harris. He goes through to the final. He keeps his championship hopes alive, and he takes out his teammate along the way.
The battle continues. Magic side-by-side drag race here at the Gulf Western Oil Winternationals. Have a look at that. Side-by-side. Gerald, Ashley didn't get the win, but she knows that her teammate's live for the championship.
Ashley, wasn't the result that you wanted, but that really proved it was on between teammates.
Oh, no, yeah. There were no team orders. We wanted to win this thing, so obviously bummed, but at the same time, I'm in American racing in Australia right now. I'm so stoked that I got to be out here for such a great event. Thanks to everyone here, all the fans, the Rapisardas, Rob Crewchief, the whole team. It's been an amazing season getting to race with all these guys, and really it's been the time of my life, so I'm so fortunate. Really bummed it ended this early, but then again, we did get to go one round, so can I really complain? I guess not.
Pinch yourself.
Well, the pressure has just transferred from Damien Harris to Kelly Betts. He's got the win. Kelly has to beat this man, Wayne Newby, who, well, last time they lined up beside each other was in qualifying, and he got there first.
He got to the finish line first. It can happen again.
And he was razor sharp. 0.17 reaction time is about as good as it can get
Probably
in Top Fuel.
One of the best reaction times we've seen all season in Top Fuel.
He'll try to do that again right here. He's had the supercharger off that car. It's been backfiring right across the finish line. Oh, Gerald, Damien Harris has to be sweating down there.
Championship on the line here, Damien Harris, 378 at 326.
Yeah, oh, that's good. That's really, really good. So, throws the gauntlet down to the Lamattina and the boys. So, yeah, no, it's good. So, we'll see what happens next. So, hopefully Wayne will actually take her out now and we'll be all good.
If there were ever going to be team orders from Rapisarda, it would be Damien Harris telling Wayne Newby, win this race. Kelly Betts came from junior drags to modified, now into Top Fuel, Mark.
She's taken that dream path all the way to Top Fuel Dragster, what every kid dreams of in Australian drag racing. Here on the start line, going for the championship. Both cars in pre-stage.
Wayne Newby. He's got the whole shot.
It looks like Kelly Betts has got the legs.
Ah, how close is this? Kelly Betts runs a 380, Newby a 384. He had the whole shot. Kelly Betts gets there by 16 thousandths of a second, the winning margin. 16 thousandths, Mark. We've got a female Australian champion.
Kelly Betts is our Top Fuel champion here in the 400 Thunder Series. The first time ever a female has got the Top Fuel championship on the start line. The crew jumping around.
Unbelievable, Rusty.
Guys, I am down here and you can just see the two crew chiefs giving each other a hug. Phil, mate, congratulations. You've got tears in your eyes, mate. This means a lot to you.
Yeah, well, now you mentioned it. You know, we took a chance on a young lady and she's paid us back in spades, you know, like, what can I say? Paid us back in spades. She has taught me so much this year. It's not fun. Our crew, the rappers, love them all, pushing us all to the limit, and that's what it's all about. So it's, man, what can I say, just great.
Not a lot of words, but a lot of emotion, guys. Down to you, Gerald.
I was very lucky to be there the first day Kelly Betts ever drove a junior dragster. Was there to see her win the title in junior dragsters. There to see her win modified eliminator. It's emotional down here. Kelly Betts, Australian Top Fuel champion.
Oh, far out. I don't even know what to say. Fox or the team. I don't even know what we ran. What did we run?
You got it by 16 thousandths. You ran an 80.
Oh my God. Let's try and win this event now.
The first ever professional Australian drag racing champion. Female.
I'm blown away. Blown away. I can't wait to see them all.
What about mum and dad?
That's going to be unreal. We're just all stoked.
Congratulations, you are the champion.
Thank you.
Choking up here in the box. This is history for Australian drag racing. Our first ever female professional category champion of any type. And let alone it's in Top Fuel, the kings and now queens of the sport. Unbelievable. Semi-final result gives Kelly Betts an unbeatable lead in the championship. She will have to race Damien Harris for the event win if she ever comes back to earth. That is going to be a final. That is going to be an incredible race. But the emotion of the moment. Oh.
Oh, God, stop it. Good on you, love. Well done.
Willowbank Raceway and the Gulf Western Oil 51st Winternationals. Already going down into the history books as the greatest Top Fuel drag racing event we've ever seen. 4 cars under the national record. Already 12 500 km/h speeds from these cars. This is how Damien Harris made his way to the final. In the first round, laid down that solo with a 380, 519 km/h.
It really set him up well for the second round matchup where he took on his teammate Ashley Sanford. The team run that quick 378 in qualifying, 380 first round. Semi-final matchup, he had Sanford, his teammate. She had run a great pass with that 383 as well in the first round of racing. It wasn't an easy run to the final for Harris.
Oh, no way. I mean, Ashley Sanford was always going to put the pressure on. And the thing is, they're in the same team. There's no secrets there. He knew exactly that Ashley could take it to him. He needed that 378.
And it was a great pass to get into the final. He actually has the lane choice in the final up against Kelly Betts as well with that 378.
That gave him this nervous weight. He knew he was in the final, but his fate was out of his hands because, well, Kelly Betts, she made her way to the final with a first round solo. He had run that pretty stout sort of, 3805. She comes out with a bit of an answer here.
Yeah, you see Kelly, she ran through a great pass for the team. It's her quickest pass of the weekend at 3802 in first round of race. And Harris, he was in the bottom, man. He sees her run that.
This is a race of thousands because Kelly Betts there 3 thousandths quicker than Damien Harris in round 1. Then the championship was on the line. If she wins this, she's got the title. Wayne Newby had the whole shot. Wayne Newby ran quick, but he missed it by 16 thousandths of a second. Kelly Betts set up a hell of a final, but more importantly for that team, won the championship, Mark.
Yeah, and it was a great pass from Kelly as well. 3.801 seconds. That was her quickest, well, that is her quickest pass so far in Top Fuel.
two quickest cars in the country meet in the final, and there's Damien Harris finding out that his title slipped away by 16 thousandths of a second. Well, Kelly Betts, this emotion is incredible, but you've got to get ready. You've got to get grounded. It's finals time. That's where we are. The final of Top Fuel for Speedflow products here at the Gulf Western Oil 51st Winternationals. The winner takes away the gold Christmas tree for the Winters. Kelly's already claimed that championship tree, but I'm sure she wants 2 gold ones.
That's the dream for all the racers here, doubling up, take the championship and the win. You know, it's a feat that not many racers have done in the past, and to do that is something very, very special that she'll have her entire life. Can she do it? Damien Harris, he had lane choice. He's on that right-hand side of the track here on the screen.
Well, the sun has set. It's early evening here at Willowbank Raceway, but the air has got cool and dense. These things have the capacity to make enormous horsepower, but the track temperature will change a little bit. The conditions change. This is a challenge for the crew chiefs, Mark.
That it is. Kelly Betts, this team riding the emotions of this championship win, looking to get the win over Harris.
There is Aaron Hambridge, the crew chief for the Lamattina team.
He sent the driver in. Both cars are going forward.
Santo Rapisarda Jr. walks back from his car. Final of Speedflow Products Top Fuel at the Gulf Western Oil Winners. Who's going to get there? Whole shot for Betts, but she was on off the throttle. What about Damien Harris? If he can't have the championship, he'll have the Winternationals.
And what about this? 3.77 seconds, a new quickest elapsed time we've seen at Top Fuel. That team gets the win. They take home the Gulf Western Oil Christmas tree here for Top Fuel. They are happy. Kelly Betts will settle for runner-up, but she does have the championship victory.
Winners on both sides of the track. Kelly Betts the champion. Damien Harris, the new Australian record holder at a 377. And Winternationals winner in Speedflow Products Top Fuel.
Yeah, Betts there had to pedal the car. They overstepped the mark there, but what about that? 3.77 seconds for Harris.
Well, Santo Rapisarda Jr. is in the middle of that scrum somewhere, Rusty.
Junior, that was the quickest and fastest run in Australian history. It's on fire. I don't think you mind, mate. Congratulations.
It's on fire. We've got a little while to fix it now, but look, congratulations to the Lamattina team. They really started off a bit slow and they tracked us down, and we missed it by 2 points, I think, so that's all right. We'll come back next year. What an outstanding job by the whole Rapisarda team. I mean, 3 cars this year, all season, really good performances. I just can't say enough about the guys. Thank you to all my crew. Thank you to everybody on all 3 cars. Thank you to Dad. Thank you to Jana. It's all in memory of Louis. I mean, it'd be amazing. I'm sure he was watching over us then. I went and saw him before the run. It's just amazing. What a consolation prize, the Winternationals.
It's not a bad old consolation prize. Down to you, Gerald.
Damien Harris, congratulations. Quickest run as well. 3.777. A little bit of gold. Congratulations.
Yeah, look, I just want to thank, obviously, Willowbank for putting on the event. Congratulations to the Lamattinas for winning the championship, and I just want to thank everyone in the Rapisarda pits for everything they've done this weekend, all 3 crews. Obviously, a special thanks to my crew for everything they've done. So it's a nice way to finish the championship, but would have been nice for a little bit more, but this is a great result.
It's fair to say, I don't know if you know the performance of 3.777. That would get you up to the top of the field in Richmond, Virginia this weekend.
Yeah, apparently someone, I think Ashley said earlier that 78 was a number 2 qualifier event. So yeah, look, the car's really shown its potential this weekend. We've had a few little gremlins through the course of the season that really crept up on us and cost us the number 1 plate. But that's okay. Congratulations to them again. So we'll regroup and go shopping and come back and have another crack.
Oh, what an event, what a final, what a season. Kelly Betts does win it by 2 points, 550 from Damien Harris's 548. Ashley Sanford, the US rookie, she's in 3rd ahead of Wayne Newby, and then it's Peter Ziberis to close out our top 5. Mark Allen, Top Fuel, what a year, what a season.
That was a titanic battle right to the finish here with Kelly Betts taking out that championship. I can't wait for us to do it all again in 2019. The first round will be at Sydney Dragway in November for the East Coast Thunder event.
This lady, Kelly Betts, will be going there as defending champion. The Winternationals has really turned it on in Top Fuel. Hope you've enjoyed it, because we've got plenty more drag racing coming to you.